So we're at war with Iran. The question is, why?
The regime already had missiles capable of hitting Europe and our bases, both local and overseas, and would soon have had missiles capable of reaching our beautiful America.
So according to the president, we are at war with Iran because they have missiles that could soon hit the United States. Here's Marco Rubio on the same subject.
And clearly they are headed in the pathway to one day being able to develop weapons that could reach the continental U.S.
Okay, so that's what Rubio says, one day. So when is that day going to come? Well, according to a 2025 Defense Intelligence, this is now 2026, that's 9 years away. So we attacked Iran because 9 years from now, they're going to have missiles capable of hitting the United States. Is that the explanation? Or is it this explanation?
If we didn't hit within 2 weeks, they would have had a nuclear weapon. If we didn't do the B-2 attack a number of months ago, they would have a nuclear weapon. And
okay, so we went to war because they were 2 weeks away from having a nuclear bomb. Well, apart from the fact there is absolutely no intelligence of any kind to suggest that Iran was 2 weeks away from having the bomb, this is what Donald Trump had to say about our last attack on Iran back in June of last year. Here he is.
Tonight, I can report to the world that the strikes were a spectacular military success. Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated.
Okay, so if they were obliterated in June of last year, how are they suddenly 2 weeks away from having the bomb? Well, okay, maybe he was wrong when he said that last June, so he's correcting the record now, and he would no longer claim that they had been obliterated. But wait a second, this is what he said just a couple days ago.
And I use the word obliterate because it was a complete obliteration of their nuclear potential, and that set them back very, very seriously.
Okay, so they were obliterated, but they need to be obliterated again. Clearly, this was not about the imminence of any nuclear threat coming from Iran. So if it wasn't that, well, then maybe it was this.
Finally, to the great, proud people of Iran, when we are finished, take over your government. It will be yours to take. This will be probably your only chance for generations.
Okay, finally, we have an answer. Okay, it's about regime change. And here's Secretary Rubio confirming this is about regime change.
We would love to see this regime be replaced.
But now, wait a second. Here's Secretary Hegseth saying it's not about regime change, sort of.
This is not a so-called regime change war, but